The Orbit was one of the undisputed stars of the Games, partly because of its location, which was so central, partly because of its size, the colour, the beautiful vibrant red, the way that contrasted with the white of the stadium.
It was unique and an icon. Because of that, everyone wanted to explore it. It's really important for a Games to have a central point for everyone to focus, and I think the Orbit became that.
It drew its own attention. You know, there it is on the ground, it's starting to grow, it looks a bit strange, it's not ordinary, it leans, it's a tower, it's red. It was there every day, it looked different every day. The more visible it became, the more interested people became in it.
5,000–6,000 people a day, in total 130,000 for the whole Games period that visited the structure. Everyone queues below the big canopy bell, that was full all the time, and that was what created the buzz, because there's families, athletes, celebrities.
It was on show and having so many different successful moments throughout the Games. Obviously one high point was the Queen visiting the Orbit, and that was a phenomenal moment.
From the first morning I turned on the TV to seeing it in the background of all news broadcasts, to suddenly realising how iconic and important it was to the Games.
The Orbit appeared on television and in the news thousands and thousands of times, which was just fantastic.
What the ArcelorMittal Orbit brought was some verticality and a very kind of strong and, let's say, bold artistic statement. In that context, it was bound to get press, wasn't it?
Some people will just wonder, well, what is it?
Well, I think that, art tends to polarise opinion.
The great thing about the Orbit is you don't realise what it really is until you physically encounter it.
You come into the dome and you come into the darkness, and that therefore draws you in. Then you go up into the lifts and you've got the portholes watching you as you go up. And then you get to the second platform and you've got this amazing view. It really brings you in and sucks you into the whole experience of it, and it makes you feel part of it.
There are these fantastic Anish Kapoor mirrors at the top of the Orbit and the viewing platform, which really inverted the skyline.
They're designed to make you feel unstable with the structure.
They're quite amazing, the way that they concave and they flip the skyline upside down. It's more than just a structure, because it engages everybody and it can appeal to everyone and inspire people of all ages.
By visiting it, you could sense that people were getting it.
The Orbit has really outperformed all of our expectations at ArcelorMittal.
There isn't any structure of that kind in the world, so I think we're definitely going to get a lot of people who want to see it.
Now it has to live on, and it has to find its future life and really become an iconic structure for London and attract people to visit.
The lasting legacy of the ArcelorMittal Orbit is going to be a symbol of the regeneration of East London that is centred on the Olympic site, which in legacy will soon be called the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park.